Natalie Joy's heartbreaking miscarriage, a story of loss and resilience. In a deeply emotional revelation, Natalie Joy, the wife of Bachelor alum Nick Viall, shared some heart-wrenching news with her followers on Sunday. Just months after experiencing a previous miscarriage, she found herself grappling with the loss of another pregnancy. In a heartfelt Instagram post, the 26-year-old reflected on this unexpected and painful journey. While mourning the loss of our second baby at the beginning of this year, I quickly and very unexpectedly found out I was pregnant again, she shared, capturing the roller coaster of emotions that followed. It took some time for me to accept what had happened, only to be handed another chance so easily and so fast. Eventually, I found so much happiness. Joy, who welcomed her daughter River Rose with Viall in February 2024, expressed that she and Nick had finally reached a place of complete and utter gratitude. However, just last week, she faced the devastating news of losing the baby once more. I miscarried again. I underwent a D&C this time, which was harder than I imagined, she revealed, shedding light on the surgical procedure often performed after a miscarriage to remove tissue from the uterus. Natalie candidly admitted that it would take time for her to feel like herself again, saying, "Honestly, I may never will. I hope to keep y'all involved in whatever that may look like." In the midst of this heartache, she expressed her gratitude for her husband Nick and their daughter, stating, "I'm going back to squeezing my husband and my sweet angel River Rose, who are truly the reason I have survived this time and time again." Earlier this year, Natalie and Nick bravely opened up about their first loss on Nick's podcast, where she described it as one of the biggest heartbreaks of her life. The couple had just discovered they were expecting their second child when Natalie began experiencing troubling symptoms. "I started spot bleeding that continued to get worse, eventually leading to my miscarriage in the bathroom," she recalled, describing that night as the hardest of her life. "Just experiencing that is something I wouldn't wish upon anyone," she added, revealing the emotional toll it took on her. Natalie shared the raw details of that night, explaining how she felt as if she was giving birth. In a moment of panic, Nick rushed to her side, and she found herself grappling with the unimaginable thought of flushing their baby down the toilet. "How are you supposed to stand up and flush this baby down the toilet? Like, how do you do that?" she questioned, highlighting the trauma of the experience. Nick, in a moment of deep compassion, revealed that he retrieved the baby, calling it a traumatic experience for both of them. "That was definitely the hardest night of my life. Just experiencing that is something I wouldn't wish upon anyone. And unfortunately, I know a lot of women do experience it, and I just feel for these people so much because I was so mad at my body for letting it go," Natalie expressed, voicing the frustration and sorrow many women feel in similar situations. After the ordeal, she reached out to her doctor, who reassured her that the pregnancy was unviable outside of her body. "I think it's the only thing that you have to hold on to be able to heal, is to have the doctors assuring you of this baby wasn't gonna live regardless," she explained, finding a glimmer of hope in the midst of her grief. Nick and Natalie tied the knot on April 27, 2024, after dating for 4 years. Their love story began in July 2020 when Natalie slid into Nick's DMs on Instagram, leading to a whirlwind romance that captured the hearts of many. They went Instagram official in January 2021 and made their red carpet debut just a few months later. After getting engaged in January 2023, they joyfully announced their first pregnancy in August 2023, welcoming their daughter River Rose on February 2, 2024. Their wedding took place on a beautiful 200-acre farm in Georgia, surrounded by family and love. Through the ups and downs, Natalie and Nick continued to support each other, proving that love can shine even in the darkest of times.